Has Cricket Joe downloaded? Not yet.
It's done.
Oh, it's done. Oh, okay, I was downloading on my phone. I can stop?
Yeah, you can. I think I have it. Okay. Bobscas is taking long. Let's just start.
Okay.
Bye, Ash.
Welcome to Sport Wrap with Ashwin Bedi, taking you through the very latest local and international sports news. I'm very excited. Of course, I'm feeling as chilly as you are, but we know the sports folks are staying warm because they're staying active, keeping us entertained and, of course, chasing those hefty goals. Let's head into the hit list. Now, Namibia's Brave Warriors yesterday played its World Cup qualifier match against Liberia, and they shared the spoils with the game ending 1-1. Here is Coach Colin Benjamin after the match. This footage is courtesy of the Namibia Football Association.
Yeah, I think we started off very well. I mean, if we can go into the lead in the 8th minute, we normally have it under control. We should have it under control. But you could see that the inexperience actually costed us, in a sense that we couldn't really keep the ball. We had the numerical advantage in the middle, and we could never really find the open guy. And with that, they became stronger with their art, how to play football, with kicking the balls up long. That also became then something that we couldn't really handle. So I think going into the second half, they became stronger with those long balls and the long throw-ins. I can remember that after the second half, we had like five minutes basically in our box with long throw-ins and long balls. We couldn't handle that, and like I said, that's a bit of inexperience. And they equalized. So with that, they became obviously stronger, and we just couldn't get an answer on those long and aerial battles, if one has to be honest. And it's part of the learning curve. This rebuilding process is going to be brutal, and we're going to have to take it on. These boys need the match time, they need the game time. That's the only way they can improve. And you look at our first 11, we had like 5 guys that literally really new onto the international scene. They need game time. So with that, we're going to go on, we're going to move on, we're going to look at the mistakes what we did the first half and in the match, analyze that, take the positives out, learn from the negatives, and we move on and prepare for Tunisia.
Thank you very much, Coach. Now we're going to allow the members of the media to have questions by the Resofians and obviously the media you're representing and your name. We start here, Mazola.
Okay, thanks. Coach Mazola Mwife from SABC. Maybe just a two-pronged question. One on, perhaps in hindsight, how much did you miss Peter? And also when you look talking about experience and the rebuilding process being brutal, how much are those experienced players going to play a role? Your Dion's, your Anamu, and so forth.
Of course, Peter is all he missed. If you look at the first half, we had 2-3 chances where normally Peter would, with one eye closed, he would put it in. Even in the second half, we had basically a point blank with their goalkeeper save. Those are normally the chances that you get in international soccer, 1 or 2, and you have to take them. That Peter would have taken that, we know, but like I said, this is what we have. This is what we have to work with. And I'm sure when our players, or that certain player or the two that was involved in those situations, if they get in similar situations again in future, they put it away because they learn from the mistake. And this rebuilding process, yes, brutal, and just with the inexperience, obviously it will not work. And that's why guys like a Dion, a Rian, a Peter, a Lloyd, a Charles Alvira, they're very important for this building process, because these boys need somebody or people to lean on when things become difficult, like it became this evening. So yes, we're counting on them, but it is also so that Dion them also started where these boys are now, and they were led by others, so they have to lead now. but it's also for the young boys to take it on and prepare properly and be in the right mindset and use this platform.
All right, let's talk some NSSR rugby as PSG's Pro Academy is set to travel down to Windhoek from Swakopmund in search of an unlikely first win against high-flying, unbeaten log leaders King Price Windhoek Gymnasium. The visitors have yet to register a win in this Namibia Secondary School's Rugby Standard Under-19 Premier League season, and they're placed 7 with 8 points. Windhoek Gymnasium leads with 27 points after 3 dominating wins. Pro Ed coach T.S. Saunders advised his charges to play and enjoy rugby. It is back to basics for us, he says. We had a heart-to-heart talk and everybody is in a positive mood. Now, Saunders said the team appears to have lost some fire after a good showing in their 26-19 inter-high win against PSG Walvish Bay Private School in late April. Fly half Morgan Jarman got injured and they had to modify their backline. This is, however, not an excuse for the results. Jean-de Roberts has moved from center into fly-half position. It takes time to adapt and we expect things to keep improving. They said, now as you see, that game is going to be live on NTV. You should definitely not miss the action. DSTV 285 Core TV 251up2.com. I promise you it will be worth it. We're going to take a quick break before we come back with an interview that I had with CEO of Namibia Rugby Union, Mr. John Haynes, about the exciting Volvichas clashes that are around the corner.
From the day you were born and welcomed until your pensioner years on this earth, your life is filled with changes and phases. What mattered the most at age 10 may be an unknown memory at 25. The heartbreak at 16 may be replaced with wedding bells at 27. The degree you've always wanted or starting your career business may come true at age 30. And the dream to own your own home may come to realization at age 50. Whatever stage you find yourself in, whatever matters right now, Standard Bank has what you need to bank like you. Choose your own path. Choose endless possibilities. Standard Bank, it can be.
Now, as you know, the Windhoek Draft Volvichas are set to play Voltocom Blue Bulls on the 29th of this month of June. That's right, at Hage Geingob Stadium. And this is in preparation for their test match against Portugal, also at Hage Geingob Stadium. That one will be on the 13th of July. So these next 2 months, they are very busy for Namibia's rugby fans. I had a conversation with Mr. John Haynes, who is the NRU CEO, about the games. And of course, the tickets, the early bird tickets have been extended. Check out the interview for details. I am here with the CEO of the Namibia Rugby Union, Mr. John Haynes, as we talk about the upcoming fixtures for the Volvichas. They'll first take on the Vodacom Blue Bulls. And on the 13th of July, they will play Portugal in a test match. And after that, they'll be swinging over to the Africa Cup. Greetings, Mr. Haynes. How are you, sir?
I'm well, thank you. 3 degrees, I'm not going to complain.
Not going to complain. Yes. Oh, yes. I mean, at least we're not on the rugby field.
Definitely.
Yes. All right, let's first talk about tickets, because obviously everybody wants to come out to support the Volvichas. The Volvichas want us there, I assume. And of course, you know, that creates quite the atmosphere. Could you tell us about the new deadline for the early bird ticket sales for both games?
Yeah, the early bird ticket sales has been extended. And that I would actually advise and motivate our online ticket buyers to actually go onto e-ticket and basically go view the date. I think maybe it's just unfair to share the date to anyone knows about it.
Yes, yes.
So, but the date has been extended. So I would advise our online ticket buyers and followers to log on to the e-ticket platform and the dates, and also how does the early bird works is that you actually get an opportunity to purchase a ticket for both matches at a discounted price. Yeah, so that would be for your main stand or main pavilion, and then also for the general
Access.
ticket access. Yes.
All right.
So that is how the early bird actually works.
All right. And what prompted the decision to extend the deadline?
Well, I just think it's we also realized that was it long enough? Should we not extend it 2 weeks into the new month, which is June?
Yes.
And that was the decision that actually motivated the whole
All right.
extension of the early bird.
All right. How have ticket sales been progressing thus far?
Well, it's normally it's slow in the beginning.
Yes.
Then
Steadily. Then it just happens.
It just happens that last a week, 2 weeks
Yes.
before the event.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to talk to Namibians and Africans in general. We need to stop that. Let's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's do our best to be as early as possible. But I do understand how it happens. You know, a lot of people push it away. But now there's a real reason to get your early bird tickets, because you can get your tickets for both games at once. So, yes, you spoke about the pavilion. Are they? Could you talk to us about any available suites? And any other benefits to the fans that might be around?
Yeah, for the comfortability of the community that wants to sit in an environment that's enclosed, it's a nice view of, I would say, a perfect view. There will be suites available also on the same platform.
All right.
And that will also be on an e-ticket where there will be an opportunity to book your suite. And then also in line with that, there's also opportunity to purchase or pre-booked. There's a little bit, what do you call it, a chart?
All right.
I want to use Afrikaans word.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, but there is a platform. There is a platform where you can actually book pre-book your meals.
All right.
And also your beverages. You can also pre-book.
Yes.
So actually, you can pre-order. not
Pre-order
pre-book.
is pre-order. Yeah, I think that's more
that's
correct.
a appropriate word.
Yes.
So yes, that's also available.
All right. So, I mean, is there any message you'd like to send to Namibian fans just on the build-up to these two matches? I understand the Africa Cup is right after.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, the message always go out to come and support the Boykies. The song that was created last year with the help of a local artist from Walvis Bay, Mr. Kibudu.
Yes.
That will also be playing. So come and join us in the stands. Let's fill up the stadium.
Yes.
And support our Boykies on the 29th of June and then also the 13th of July.
Yes, indeed. And how significant is it for Namibia to host its first home test match since August 2018?
No, I think it's massive. I mean, for someone that joined the union in 2022, that's already a long time. I mean, now we are in 2024.
Yes.
Just imagine 2018 was the last test.
Yes.
What effect does it have on our players? Some of our players never had an opportunity to play on home soil.
Home soil, yes.
Friendly matches, yes, but a test, no. And I just think it's that our supporters must come out and support our boys, because it's about the community, it's about the fan, it's about the player.
Yes.
Ultimately, it's about the rugby in general.
Absolutely. And of course, their conditioning is, much better, and I like how it's lined up, and I'm sure a lot of fans do as well, just to see the Bulls first. They go to Portugal, they'll go to Africa Cup, there's some consistency there, and hopefully they can build the kind of rhythm that brings the results that they hope for. Now, Portugal is considered an emerging rugby nation. Do you see them presenting any challenges to the Boykies in the upcoming match?
Most definitely.
Definitely.
Which team will not turn up to not to be a force to be reckoned with? But we can expect the same from Namibia, because the Wawitses will be playing, like I said, against the Blue Bulls, and it will be our national team playing against the Portugals.
Yes.
Outfit that's visiting the Namibian source, I would say.
Yes.
But Namibia will turn up.
All right. And how important is the warm-up match against the Vodacom Blue Bulls?
Well, if you look at the whole build-up process, each game is quite crucial. And that is preparation just for the coaching staff to look at the combinations that they are looking at to utilize or implement in those upcoming matches.
Yes.
Because we've got a young team, because we're now building towards 2027, and everyone's asking, what are we going to do differently? I think differently would be to play as much games as possible.
Yes.
And also to make sure that we give our local players the opportunity.
Yes.
And you will definitely see a lot of local players getting the opportunity to play.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Just as well. I mean, we do show the NRU Rugby League games every Saturday right here on NTV. And yes, it's going to be exciting to see some of those guys take off their club colors and put on the national colors indeed. So what would you say, looking ahead, are your expectations of the Namibian rugby team as they prepare?
Well, if you look at the expectation is to basically not just put up, but to display, execute its skills, because there's a lot of work that's going in, not just from the coaches, but from the players as well. So our expectation is to have a quality performance on the field. And I believe that if we as supporters, whether we are staff members, we support our boykis in the sense,
boykis,
yeah.
yes.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
And we expect them to perform to the best of their ability. And I believe we do have faith in our players.
Yes.
Yeah, we do have.
And us as Namibia, we absolutely also do have faith in the players. I've been talking to Mr. John Haynes, who is the CEO of the Namibia Rugby Union, about the upcoming games for the Valviches. It's going to be against Vodacom Blue Bulls at the Hage Geingob Stadium, 13 July. Portugal is flying over to take on the rugby team, the national rugby team, the Valviches. And then after that, they'll swing over to the Africa Cup. Thank you very much for joining us, sir.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure. Don't forget, it's the 29th of June.
29th of June is where you will find us with the rest of Namibia backing the Boykies. As you know, Brian Munango and Richard Botha are in the Caribbean covering the T20 Cricket World Cup. So here is today's edition of Caribbean Cricket Joel.
Guys, it's officially match day. The big day has arrived, and our game against Scotland kicks off at 9 o'clock. You guys at home do not have an excuse to not watch this one. I mean, Oman did play at 2:30 p.m., kept us all up. A nerve-wracking game towards the end, but we did get the 2 points. But with this one, it kicks off at 9, so no excuse for the Namibians to not watch this game. Guys, Australia also got their 2 points. Now they sit on top of the table after beating Oman. We are in second, so we also need to secure some points against Scotland tonight. Very excited for the game. We do come in as the underdogs. I think we caught up with, not only did we catch up with Trumpelman, but he also spoke about the game against Scotland, and he says how excited the team is.
Yeah, Scotland's a great side, as I mentioned, and I think we're excited to play them. I think we're quite an evenly matched side. I think all three associates in this group can give each other a go. And yeah, they've got match winners up front with the bat and with the ball as well. So I think we're licking our lips for a great contest and some bragging rights between the associate guys. One of the key requirements for us to give ourselves a chance to qualify. The qualification to the Super 8 also means qualification to the next World Cup, which is also a big factor. And we are not taking this lightly. We as a team want to go forward. We want to be competitive. We've beaten full members, and we don't want to stop here. We're excited. We're ready to rumble, and our prep's done. We're ready to go.
Well, as you guys heard from Trumpelman, very excited for the game. He feels the teams are very evenly matched. So that just means we are in this game. We can win it. But for us to win this game, we need all the support we can get. Namibia needs all the support. And this is where you guys come in. So all you guys need to do is support the team. Go on our Facebook page, check the comments, like everything that you can see regarding the T20 World Cup. But we also do have a few messages from the boys that are just very grateful for the support that you guys have been given and that still has to come.
No, just thank you. I know a lot of people woke up very early the other morning to support us. You know, we got all the messages of support, we got the videos and, you know, the social media posts. We really appreciate it. Luckily, the next game isn't such a late start, so you guys don't have to wake up too early to watch that one. But yeah, thanks for all your support. We really appreciate it, and we feel it on this side. We feel the energy, so just please keep it coming.
Ja, dit is 'n goeie ding vir hulle om nie so vroeg op te staan nie. Maar ja, hopelik kan ons hierdie een deurraak en dit 'n bietjie makliker maak as die vorige ene. Dat almal nie so hoef te stres nie. Ons het ook gestres hierdie kant, so ja, hopelik kan ons dit vir onsself 'n bietjie makliker maak hierdie keer.
Please keep on supporting the Eagles. We're here to play and represent you, so that's what we're here to do for. And yeah, the support is amazing, and thank you a lot. Thank you.
Oh, what I would give to be in the Caribbean right now. But there is someone who does get to travel a lot, at least with regards to news. Here's Ari Hochad taking us globetrotting.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with tennis news first. It's the Australian Open. It's the finals weekend coming up. On Saturday it will be the women's final, and then on Sunday it will be the men's final, and that's being played at Roland Garros in Paris. What happened in the quarterfinals is in the men's division, Alexander Zverev, his number 4 seed from Germany, he got the better of Australian Alex de Minaur, and it was in 3 sets, 6-4, 7-6 and 6-4. De Minaur is the 11th seed. Unfortunately, in the other quarterfinal, it was Novak Djokovic that had to withdraw because of that knee injury. So it's Casper Ruud, the number 7 seed, is going through without playing that game, and he will now play against Alexander Zverev in the semi-final. In the other semi-final, it's a much anticipated semi-final. It is Carlos Alcaraz. He's a number 3 seed from Spain, and he will play against probably the favorite at the moment, number 2 seed from Italy, that is Yannick Sinner, and that will be a game also in the semi-final for a place in the final on Sunday. On the women's side of the draw, there was a big surprise. It was Mira Andreeva. She's just 17 years old, and a great story. She beat the experienced Aryna Sabalenka. That's also the Australian Open winner. She beat her in 3 sets, and the score there was 6-7, 6-4 and 6-4. It is Mira Andreeva that is unseeded in the tournament, and it was Aryna Sabalenka that struggled a bit with her health through the game, but still a great performance. Mira Andreeva playing in the semi-final. In the semi-final, she will play against number 12 seed, that is Jasmine Paolin, and she's from Italy. It was Paolin, also a bit of a surprise. She's the 12th seed, beating the number 4 seed, Elena Rybakina, by 6-2, 4-6 and 6-4 to advance to the semi-final. In the other semi-final, it will be Iga Swiatek that will play Coco Gauff of the USA. Continuing international sports news with golf news from the men's PGA. The next tournament is the Memorial Golf Tournament that starts on Thursday, finishing on Sunday. That will be at the Murfield Village Golf Course. Very popular golf tournament to play in. It's been hosted by Jack Nicklaus, and Jack Nicklaus is an 18-time major winner, so he's the host of the tournament. Big prize money, $20 million in total prize money. The winner's check is $4 million. Some of the players that confirmed they will be playing is world number 1, that is Scotty Scheffler, and also Rory McIlroy that will tee up, and also the PGA winner Xander Schauffele will also be in the tournament. Southern African interest, it is Christian Besaidnout. He's the only South African that is in the tournament at the moment, and also good preparation for all the pros leading up to the US Open that will start in 2 weeks' time. The US Open will be from the 13th to the 16th of June, and that will be played at the Pinehurst Resort, and so that's coming up in 2 weeks' time. And to close off today's international sports news, it is Formula 1 racing news with the Canadian Grand Prix this coming Sunday. News from Formula 1 from the Alpine team is that Esteban Ocon will no longer drive for them in the next season. He's been with Alpine for 5 years, but they announced that he will join another team from 2025. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
That has been your Sport Wrap Show. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow.